Hi, I'm Devana and my register number is UK19CS1032. Now we're going to see a program on implementation of doubly linked list. So since it's a C++ program, I have initialized these header files and I have initialized few variables here. And these are the functions which I'm going to use in this program. So let's see. In the first, I have given start is equal to null. So let's go to the main function. Here I am giving the user to choose an option from this, which is creating a node, add at beginning, add after a position, which means add after a few numbers, then deleting, then displaying, or to quit the program. So I leave this to the users. So if the user chooses one, which is to create a node, here the computer will ask the user to enter the element. Then it will be stored. Then this element will shift this program to the create a node, which means create a list function. Or else if the user chooses case 2, which is add at the beginning, add an element at the beginning, it will ask the element and it will move the program to the add beginning function. Or if the which is our user chooses to select a position, which means select an element to be placed in this position or after this position. The computer will be asking the user to enter the element and then they will ask the user to insert the element after which position. So it's up to the user, and both of these data will be carried to the add after function. So if the user chooses the number 4, which is deleting an element from a doubly linked list, it will check, first of all it will check whether start is equal to null. If start is equal to null, which means if first element in a list is equal to null, which means there is no elements in the list, so you will get the output as list empty, nothing to delete. Or else it will ask the element to be deleted and will store, and this element will be sent to the, and this program will shift to the deletion part, which means deletion function will take care of it. And then display function and then exit function. I have given a default function if the user chooses some other number other than 1 to 6, and I have given return 0 to return. So let's move on. The first thing, void double list, which is a create list. Now we are creating a list. I have initialized few temp equal to new structure node. Okay, struct node. Then I have given temp info equal to the value, this value. Then temp next is equal to null. I have given. Then I am checking whether, which means if start is equal to null. If start is equal to null, then it will be store temp of previous equal to null, then start is equal to this temp, which means that value. Else s is equal to start, I have resembled s as start, so I'm using a while loop here, which is s next is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, if s next is not equal to, then I have given s is equal to s next, which means the s next will be saved in s, then s next equal to the temp. So temp previous is equal to s. This is what it does, and it creates a list with an element in it, which is the first element which will be inserted in a list. So then add in the beginning, to add a random element which the user use at the beginning of the list. So if start is equal to null, it will ask you to create the list first, because if the list has some one or two elements or at least one element in it, you can add an element at the beginning. If not, you have to create a list first with an element. So here almost the same thing. Temp equal to new struct node, temp previous equal to null, temp previous will be denoted as null, then temp info equal to that value which we are getting, then temp next is equal to start, then the start previous one will be temp. So start is equal to temp, which is the starting element will be temp. So it will give you the element inserted. It will give you a note as element inserted. So this is how the element is inserted at the beginning of a list. If whether it doesn't matter how many elements are inside your list, but using this function you can insert an element at the beginning of the list. So then void double list, which is add after a position, same function is used here, same if condition is used here. If it is checking whether the first is null or not. If it's null, it will ask you to create a list first. If it's not, if it have some other elements in it, it will go to this part. So it will check whether you can put these elements in the same position which your user is asking or not. So if there is some difficulties over there, it will show us that there are less than the element which you are stored, or else if it can store any elements in it, it will execute through this, which is the same. Temp is equal to new struct node, temp info equal to value, and I'm giving a if condition to check, which is q next is equal to null. The q you can see here, q is equal to start. I am denoted start as q here. Then for this I have used q is equal to q next, which is for I have given a for loop here. Through this for loop it will check the position. Is that possible to keep the element inside that position or not? So I have given this. If q is equal to null, you will get a note like this, which is there are less than and that element which you have given. Okay, then if not, if it can insert it, which means if it can insert an element in it, we'll go to this part. Then this, if q next is equal to null, it will give you q next is equal to temp. We will denote q next as the temp. Then temp next is will be become null, equal to null. Then temp previous equal to q. The temp previous of temp will become q. Or else, if this if condition is not satisfied, this else part will be executed, which is temp next is equal to q next, then temp next previous equal to temp, then q next is equal to temp. Okay. Then temp is equal to temp previous is equal to q. Temp previous will be q. So this is how the element is inserted at the specific position which the user gives. Since I have said this q is the first element, just start, which we have denoted here already, which I have said to q start. Q is equal to start. Then deleting an element. So first it checks start info equal to value. If start info equal to this value, it will check temp is equal to start. Then start is equal to start next. It will go move on from the first, and start previous equal to null. It will be null. First it will move on to the next one. Start is equal to start next, the next one, and the start previous will be null. The before element will become null. So the element is deleted. It will show you. Which is, it will check through this. Not all the elements in the list will be deleted. The particular element, which is the value which we are getting, which is in the main function we have seen, right? It will ask the element to be deleted. Wait. See, enter the element for deletion. So it will check through that function whether the element is present or not with from the starting position itself. And it will delete. So and then even here I have given q is equal to start. Then I have given a while loop here. Here I have q next is not equal to null. So this was the loop which I have given. Until this becomes not equal to null, this loop will be executed again and again. So then I have given a if condition here, which is q next info equal to value. If this condition is satisfied, which we can delete a particular value which the user gives, this set of function will be executed, which is temp is equal to q next, which is the next to start. Then q next is equal to temp next. Then q next will this uh, temp value will be stored here. Then temp next will be stored here. Then temp next previous equal to q. Temp next previous will become q, and it will be deleted. The temp value will be deleted from the list. So q is equal to q next. You will get it. If not, if the user by mistake had given some other numbers other than the number in the list, this part will be executed and give you the result as the element is not found, which is q next info equal to value. Then it will be taken. It will be seen as temp equal to q next, which is free temp. Temp will be free. Then q next is equal to null. Q next will be null, and it will delete the element, and it will give you this output. Element is not found. And at last the display function. In this display function, it is checking start is equal to null. If it's null, it will show list empty, nothing to display. If it's not, if q is equal to start, it will show the doubly linked list as it will. With the note, you will get every list using this while if q is not equal to null. Until this q becomes null, you will get each and every element inside the list with the note the doubly linked list is. Then each and every element will be given as an output with this q is equal to q next. First it will check q is equal. First it will print q, the keyword which is a start one. Then it will go here. It will check q is not equal to null. The next one will become q. So it's q next, and this loop will be executed until q becomes null. So this is what a program is. Let's run. So I got the menu. 1, 3. I have to add something at the beginning. Here 4. Sorry. Let's run it once again. I have done a mistake. Let's exit. Okay. I'm sorry. So I give 1 and 4. Then I give 2 and 5. So let's check first. 4. No, 4 is deleting an element. So I wish to delete 5. So let's display the list. I have only 4 in it. Then I have to insert something. 2 and inserting 7. So let's display now. So 4 and 7. Now let's use at the beginning. Sorry, add after position. I give 6. I give element inserted. Then I wish to see it. So see, I got that. Now let's quit it. So sorry, I forgot to say main thing in it. In this add at the position, we have to give the position to be inserted, which is the indices. Wait, let me show you in this output itself. So I have, before I'm inserting 6 in the position 1, I have 7 and 4 here. So the position of 7 is 0 and the position of 1 is 4 is 1. Sorry, 4 is 1. So if the user forgot to insert by position, but they give 4, then it will show us I have given an option, right? Wait, let me show you. There are less than that elements. If we don't have the position 4, right? We have only elements with position 0 and 1. So it will show you this comment that as there are less than 4, which is the position 4. So since I have given the position with number 1, I got 6, which is inserted at the position 1. So that's all the program is. Thank you for listening.